Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to discuss about comprehensive insurance. So guys, what is comprehensive insurance? Comprehensive insurance is a type of automobile insurance that covers damage to your car from causes other than a collision. Comprehensive insurance will cover your vehicle if destroyed by a tornado, dented by a run-in with a deer, spray painted by a vandal, damaged by a break-in, or crushed by a collapsing garage, among their causes. Some key takeaways of comprehensive insurance. Comprehensive insurance is designed to pay for repair to your vehicle caused by things other than a collision. If you finance a vehicle purchase, you may be required to purchase comprehensive coverage as well as collision coverage. Purchasing comprehensive coverage may not make sense financially if you drive an older vehicle that's already lost a significant amount of value. Raising your deductibles for comprehensive insurance could help to lower your premium. Understanding comprehensive insurance, collision insurance, and liability insurance are the three components of an automobile insurance policy. In most states, the law requires drivers to carry liability insurance, but collisions and comprehensive insurance are optional if someone owns a vehicle outright. If a person has financed the vehicle, the auto loan company might require comprehensive insurance. What comprehensive insurance covers? In terms of that comprehensive insurance covers, the list includes damages related to contact with animals such as hitting a deer, natural disaster including earthquake, floods, and hurricanes, fire, riots, and vandalisms, vehicle theft, or theft of certain part of vehicle. Guys, so understanding comprehensive insurance, collisions and liability insurance are the three components. So let's see collisions insurance. What is collisions insurance? Collisions insurance is auto coverage and reimburses the insured for damages sustained to their personal automobile due to the fault of the insured driver. This type of insurance is often added as an extension of a basic automobiles policy to protect drivers in the event of damages from a collisions. How collisions insurance work? As the name implies, collisions insurance repays the insured for damage from an actual collision. It doesn't cover damage due to the theft or vandalism. It also does not cover damage that appeared from another driver's policy if the other driver was at fault. Key takeaways: collision insurance is coverage that reimburses the insured for damage sustained to their automobile when they are not at fault. This type of insurance is separate from a comprehensive automobile insurance policy but often added an extensions. When two drivers are in an accident, collision insurance pays for the damage and it will cover damage from potholes and accident involving an inanimate object. Collisions coverage is often expensive to purchase, but premiums may be lowered by choosing at $500 or higher deductible. Comprehensive auto insurance covers events out of a driver's control. Collision insurance covers events with a driver's control or when another driver hit your car. Hmm? Collision coverage is a very important for protecting your vehicles against the financial loss that comes with physical damage to your vehicle. It's not hard to get into an accident. When an accident happens, someone is always at fault, and that could be you. Important insurance will cover damage from a collision with another vehicle, tree, pole, guardrail, and most other possible roadways hazard. Quick facts on collision insurance. Collision insurance can be bought only a conjunction with liability and comprehensive coverage. Collision insurance repair damage when two vehicles in driver or reverse collide with each other. Collision insurance will cover damage to your vehicle if you hit ice and slide into an inanimate object. Collision covers pothole damage. Collision coverage can be expensive, but people can save on premiums by choosing at $500 or higher deductible. Comprehensive BS collision insurance. The main difference between collisions and comprehensive coverage comes down to the question of what the driver control. Collision insurance will cover event within a motorist's control or when another vehicle collides with your car. The main difference between collisions and comprehensive coverage comes down to the question of what the driver controls. Collision insurance will cover events within a motorist control or when another vehicle collides with your car. Comprehensive coverage generally falls under acts of God or nature or things that are typically out of your control when driving. This can include events such as spoked deer, a heavy hailstorm, or a carjacking. Let's use the aftermath of a major storm to illustrate the differences between collisions and comprehensive. Within that storm, let's consider two hypothetical events. First, a heavy telephone pole was blown down and fell on your truck, or second, you serve to avoid a falling tree and wound up crashing into a guardrail. In the first event, you could not control when or why a tree fell on your car. This kind of accident would get reimbursed under your comprehensive policy. In the second situation, when you were driving the car that ultimately served into the guardrail, this make it collision, and collision insurance pays for the damages. Compete risk free with $1 lakh in virtual cash. Put your trading skill to the test with your free stock simulator. Compete with thousands of Investopedia traders and trade your way to the top. Submit trades in a virtual environment before you start risking your own. हो जा माँ on money. Practice trading strategies so that when you are ready to enter the real market, you have had the practice you need. Try our stock simulator today. So, guy, I hope you understand about collision insurance. Now, let's see about liability insurance. Liability insurance. The term liability insurance refers to an insurance product that provides an insured party with protection against claim resulting from the injuries and damages to the people or property. Liability insurance policies cover any legal cost and payouts. An insured party is responsible for if they are found legally liable, intentional damage, and contextual liabilities are generally not covered in liability insurance policies. Unlike other types of insurance, liability insurance policies pay third parties, not policyholder. Key takeaways of liability insurance. Liability insurance, liability insurance. Liability insurance provides protections against claims resulting from the injuries and damage to people and or property. Liability insurance covers legal costs and payouts for which the insured party would be found liable. Provisions not covered include intentional damage, contextual liabilities, and criminal prosecution. Liability insurance is often required for automotive insurance policies, product manufacturers, and anyone who practices medicine or law. Personal liability, workers' compensations, and commercial liabilities are types of liability insurance. How liability insurance works. Liability insurance is critical for those who are liable and at fault or injuries sustained by other people or in the event that the insured party damage someone's else property. Her purse. পার্স তো দেখতে লাগবো কই How how liability insurance works? Liability insurance is critical for those who are liable and at fault for injuries sustained by the other people or in the event that the insured party damages someone else's property. Property, what is property? Property is a term describing anything that a person or business has legal title over, affording owners certain enforceable rights over said items. Example of property which may be tangible or intangible, including automotives, vehicles, industries, equipments, furnitures, and real estate, the last of which is often referred to as real property. Most properties hold current or potential monetary values and are therefore considered to be asset. But properties can simultaneously be liabilities in some situations. Case in point, if a customer sustains an injury on a company's property, the business owner may be legally responsible for paying the injured party's medical bills. Key takeaways: property is any item that a person or business has legal title over. Property can be tangible items such as houses, cars, or appliances, or it can be referred to tangible, intangible items that carry the promise of future reward, such as stock and bond certificates. Intellectual property refers to ideas such as logo, design, and patent. Property owners may also have liabilities, which is the case if a business owner is on the hook for medical expenses resulting from a customer incurring an injury on his company's grounds. The most common types of property are real, private, government owned, and personal property. Understanding property. Intangible property describes assets such as stock and bond for certificates that represent current or potential value but do not carry intrinsic value. While these items are merely pieces of paper, they might represent significant amount of money. Other types of intangible property such as a brand's reputation are more nebulous and cannot be signified by a paper document. Intangible property like design concept, song lyrics, books, and screenplays are categorized as intellectual properties. Then, what is intellectual properties? Intellectual property is a broad categorical descriptions for the set of intangible asset owned the legally protected by a company or individual from outside use or implementation without consent. An intangible asset is a non-physical asset that a company or person owns. The concept of intellectual property relates to the fact that certain product of human intellect should be afforded the same protective right that apply to physical property, which are called tangible asset. Most developed economics have legal measures in the place to protect both forms of property. Key takeaways: intellectual property is an umbrella term for a set of intangible assets or assets that are not physical in nature. Intellectual property is owned and legally protected by a person or company from outside use or implementations without consent. Intellectual property can consist of many types of asset, including trademarks, patents, and copyrights. Intellectual property infringement occurs when a third party engage in the unauthorized use of the asset. Legal protection for most intellectual property expire after some time. However, for some deeds, trademarks, they last forever. Kapada.
चल रहा है बढ़िया।
हम्म,
ये क्या आ जाए छोटू কোনটা কপি করছলি হুম
बाजू वाला
ये
देख सबसे बड़ो একটা साइज उधर 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 लास्ट वाला
ये तो अभी चल रहा है जो ये नहीं एक्स्ट्रा मूवीज है ना कैम्पटस ये इसमें डाला ना
हम्म,
ये
हम्म, वो कट किया हूँ तो नहीं रहेगा
रुक स्पेसिफिक ठीक है ना शेयर कैन डायरेक्ट कैम्पटस ये ना 17 एन क्यू ना 17 एन क्यू एम जी एच
मेघालय MGH NQ
इसमें तो कल मैंने ये किया था ना रीसेट किया था ना इसमें शायद नहीं आएगा इसका
Understanding intellectual property. Companies are diligent when it comes to identifying and protecting intellectual property because it holds such high value in today's increasingly knowledge based economy. Also, producing value intellectual property requires heavy investment
एक मिनट
in
एक
brain
मिनट
power.
रुक इसको ऐसा करना
Understanding intellectual property, companies are diligent when it comes to identifying and protecting intellectual property because शायद मैं हूँ इसलिए। ओह,
नॉर्मल फैक्ट्री डालो
लगता है
देना।
कैमरा को ऑफ करना पड़ेगा।
हाँ, कितना समय हो गया? नॉर्मल फैक्ट्री नहीं है।
কত সময় দেখ 40 মিনিট হয়ে গেছে মনে হয়।
हम्म, क्या करेंगे इसका? उसमें फॉर्मेट फैक्ट्री देखता हूँ चलिए।
Understanding intellectual property, companies are diligent when it comes to identifying and protecting intellectual property because it holds such high value in today's increasingly knowledge based economy. Also, producing value intellectual property requires heavy investment in brain power and time of skilled labor. This translates into heavy investment by organizing organizations and individuals that should not be accessed with no rights by others. Extracting value from intellectual property and preventing others from deriving value from it is an important responsibility for any company. Intellectual property can take many forms, although it's an intangible asset. Intellectual property can be far more valuable than a company's physical asset. Intellectual property can represent a competitive advantage and as a result is fiercely guarded and protected by the companies that own the property. Type of intellectual property. Intellectual property can consist of many types of intangible and some of the most common are listed below. Patents. A patent is a property rights for an investor that's typically granted by a government agency such as US Patent and Trademark Office. The patent allows the inventor exclusive rights to the inventions which could be a design, process and improvement or physical intentions such as a machine, technologies and software companies often have patent for their designs. For example, the patent for the personal computer was filed in 1980 by Steve Jobs and three other colleagues at Apple Inc. তোর অক্টার পরে নিয়ে আনি শেয়ার করিয়া হ্যাঁ
वीडियो बनानी शेष नहीं वीडियो तो वीडियो बनाया शेष को और हम तो काम होता है
রেকর্ডিং অর্থ
बात दिला
কেউ ভুগে রে গো provide authors and creators of original material the exclusive right to use, copy, or duplicate their material. Authors of books have their works copyrights, as do musical artists. A copyright also states the original creators can grant any more authorizations through a licensing agreement to use the work. Intellectual property infringement attached to intellectual property are certain rights known as intellectual property that cannot be infringed upon by those without authorization to use them. Peers give owners the ability to bar others from recreating, mimicking, and exploiting their work. Then, guys, I hope you understand about property of insurance. So, guys, how liability insurance work? Liability insurance is critical for those who are liability insurance is critical for those who are liable and at fault for injuries sustained by other people or in the event that the insured party damage someone else's properties. As such, liability insurance is also called third party insurance. Liability insurance does not cover intentional or criminal acts. Even if the insured party is found legally responsible, policies are taken out by anyone who knows a business, drives a car, practices medicine or law. Basically, anyone who can be sued for damage and or injuries. Policies protect both the insured and third parties who may be injured as a result of the policyholder's unintentional negligence. For instance, most state requires that vehicle owners have liability insurance under their automotive insurance policies to cover injury to other people and property in the event of accident. A product manufacturer may purchase. Hello? हाँ, आया है। बोला जाना था है ताल लगे हुआ है हम्म किधर लगी হ্যাঁ ওইব অনুমাদে আল্ট্রাসাউন্ড করে তো নাইলে দেড় অনুযায়ী হুম তারই নো বীর থাকে না ওই যে পুরান বাজার ও ও কিনারো কি বাড়ি না ও সাইডে আছে রদিয়ার তুই অত সময় দিয়ে ফোন করতে চারটা সে টনি ও হুম লইলা নাম্বার 7002 3629 57 হুম For instance, most states require that vehicle owner have liability insurance under their automotive insurance policies to cover injury to other people and property in the event of accident. A product manufacturer may purchase product liability insurance to cover them if a product is faulty and causes damage to the purchasers or other third party business owners may purchase liability insurance that covers them if an employee is injured during business operations. The decisions doctor and surgeons make while on the job also require liability insurance policies. Personal liability insurance policies are purchased primarily by high net worth individuals or those the sizable assets, but these types of coverage is recommended to anyone with a net worth that exceeds the combined coverage limit of other personal insurance policies, such as home and auto damage coverage. The cost of an additional insurance policy does not appeal to everyone, although most carriers offer reduced rates for bundled coverage package. Personal liability insurance is considered a secondary policy and may require policyholders to carry certain limits on their home and auto policies, which may result in additional expense. According to data from the Insurance Information Institute, the United States is one of the largest market for commercial liability insurance. For instance, there were $656 million in liability claims written across the country in 2020. Special considerations: although commercial general liability insurance protect against most legal hustles, it does not protect directors and officers from being sued, and it does not protect the insured against errors and omissions. Companies required special policies for these cases, including error and omission liability insurance (E&O). An errors and omissions liability insurance policy covers lawsuits arising from negligent professional service or failing to perform professional duties. Lawyers, accountants, architects, engineers, or any business providing a service to a client for a fee should purchase this form of insurance. An E&O policy does not cover criminal prosecutions, fraudulent or dishonest act, or claims against bodily injury. The insured, however, is covered for attorney fees, court costs, and any settlements up to the amount specified by the insurance contract. Director and officer D&O insurance. This type of policy protect director and officers of large companies against legal judgments and costs arising from unlawful acts. Erroneous investment decisions, failure to maintain property, releasing confidential information, hiring the hiring and firing decisions, conflicts of interest, gross negligence, and other errors. Most D&O policies exclude coverage for fraud or other criminal acts. Premium depend on the company, its location, industry types, and loss experience. Types of liability insurance. Business owners are exposed to a range of liabilities by any of which can subject their asset to the substantial claims. All business owners needs to have an asset protection plan in place that's built around availability insurance coverage.
চ্যানেল খোলার দরকার নাই, আপনি ইয়ে ওই আপনার যেটা লোগো আছে না উপরে আপনার ইমেজে হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ ওইটা এটাতে উপরে উপরে আপনার ইউটিউবের উপরে আরেকটা আছে না, এটা তো ইউটিউবের লোগো, এটা তো ইউটিউবের লোগো। ম্যানেজ ম্যানেজ ইওর গুগল অ্যাকাউন্টে ক্লিক দেন, ওই যে সিকিউরিটি যান, সিকিউরিটি, হ্যাঁ সিকিউরিটি যান, আবার এখানে মধ্যে দেখেন ভেরিফিকেশন কোড আছে, দেখেন ওটার মধ্যে লেখা আছে ভেরিফিকেশন কোড, ওই কোডের মধ্যে ক্লিক করেন। হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ তুই ভেরিফিকেশন কোড থাকবে, সিকিউরিটি কোড থাকবে, সিকিউরিটি কোড। হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হ্যালো, হ্যাঁ ইমেলটা আমার আমার তো সিকিউরিটি কোডও লেখা থাকবে। ওই টু স্টেপ ভেরিফিকেশনে যাওয়ার দরকারও নাই, ওই যে কইতাছি দেখ
হ্যাঁ, কোন জায়গা থেকে?
এখানে দেখি।
ও,
এটাতে না, এটাতে না, এটাতে না, একটু টুল লেখা যায়। আবার প্রথমে সিকিউরিটিতে যান, সিকিউরিটি যান প্রথম, এখানে দেখেন সিকিউরিটি কোড থাকবে। বাইরে সাউন্ডটা একদম খারাপ কিতা হয়েছে নেট পুরা স্লো নানি পূর্ণিমাটি ইউটিউবে ভিডিও দেখেন যে কি করে সিকিউরিটি কোড বাইর করে গুগল জিমেলে জিমেলের মধ্যে সিকিউরিটি কোড কিরকম বাইর করে ওটা একটা আপনি ইউটিউবে সার্চ করে দেখতে নেন আমার এখানে নেট নাই ভিডিও দিছিলাম, প্রথমে যে টাইটেল আছে ওইটা তো কালকে দেখছো রাইট, নিচে সেকেন্ড টাইটেল যেটা আছে ওইটা দেখো। হ্যালো, বলছি নেট স্লো, আপনি একটা ভিডিও দেখেন কে করে সিকিউরিটি কোড গুলা পায় দেখে ট্রাই করে, একটা ভিডিও দেখেন যেটাতে সিকিউরিটি কোড কি করে সিকিউরিটি কোড মানে কেমনে বাই করে, আমার এখান থেকে বুঝতে পারতেছি না। ওই পেজেই তো থাকে সিকিউরিটি কোড, আমি এখন বুঝতে পারতেছি না ওই সিকিউরিটি কোডটা না দিলে। হ্যালো, নেট ডাইরেক্ট আছে। আছে slow।
Employers' liability and worker compensation is mandatory coverage for employer which protect the business against liabilities arising from injuries or the death of an employee. Product liability insurance for business that manufactures product for sale on the general market. Product liabilities insurance protect against lawsuits arising from injury or death caused by a product. Indemnity insurance provide coverage to protect a business against negligence claim due to financial harm resulting from mistakes or failure to perform. Director and officer liability coverage a company boards of directors or officer against liability if the company should be sued. Some companies provide additional protection to their executive team, even though corporations generally provide some degree of personal protections to the employees.
আর কাম করতে কষ্ট হইতো না বলি বাগানি বাগানি করছো
ডিসক্রিপশনে কোনো সময় দেখা যায় বেটুলকার সাড়ে তিন নামাতে পারবে বাদিয়া না কিতাব
শাড়ি এখন পারবে বাট আরেকটু জিনিস একটা বানাইছে ফুল লাগিছে শাড়ি এইটা
কই বলার বাবা
এটা খাইলে যে কলার বাবা আছে ওটা রাখ আমি তুমি দাও তো কলার বাবা দাও চলে গেছো এটাও চলে
বলার বাবা ধুলোর মতো লাগে আগে খুব তুল খাওয়াইতাম
তাহলে খুব বানাই
বাপের বিলেতে গেছিলাম দেখলো মাথাও
ওই দিয়ে বার কত কম নাই আমি ভাবি আমি তো দূরা বাইরে ডিভাইস দেখা যায় আমি সামনে এখন হ্যাঁ তো তোরা হ্যাঁ তো তো করতে পারছ না আচ্ছা তো ভিডিও কতটুকু আগ করছে
তারপর 2 ঘন্টা ওরকম
ডেইলি সারাদিন কাম করলে 5টা চ্যানেল কাম করতে হবে সারাদিন ये क्या हो गया रे
মুশকিল ছাড়া তো উপায় নেই
हेलो व्यूअर्स, आशा करी सबाई भालो आছেন। हेलो अमेरिकन, तुम लोग कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है। हेलो 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 हेलो। 2 घंटा 1 मिनट हो गया। हेलो हेलो। थोड़ा बाद में बंद करेंगे।
Guys, already discussed about collision insurance and liability insurance in comprehensive insurance. So these are three insurance component of automobile insurance policy. In most states, the law requires drivers to carry liability insurance, but collisions and comprehensive insurance are optional if someone owns a vehicle outright. If a person has financed the vehicle, the auto loan company might require comprehensive insurance. What comprehensive insurance covers? In terms of what comprehensive insurance covers, the list includes damage related to contact with animals such as hitting a deer, natural disaster including earthquakes, floods, and hurricanes, fire, riots, and vandalisms, vehicle theft or theft of certain parts of the vehicle, broken windshield, fallen object including branches, rock, or hail. Comprehensive insurance behaves collision insurance. It can make sense to have comprehensive car insurance if you are buying a brand new car, regardless of whether you finance it or pay cash. Comprehensive coverage can protect you against minor and major damages. হ্যাঁ, আমার বিছনার মধ্যে পুরো একদম জল পড়ে। আরে আমার বিছনার কোনার মাঝে পুরো একদম ভিজে গেছে। হয়। Where you live can also play a part in your decisions of when to have comprehensive coverage. If a person lives in a rural area where collisions with animals are common or in a stormy area that often gets hail, they might want to purchase comprehensive insurance. The same is true if a person lives in a higher crime part of town where break-ins and theft occur regularly. Collision insurance protects you in a single car rollover, a collision with another vehicle, or a collision with an object. It does not cover break-ins or theft or weather related damages. If you release if you lease a car, you will be required to purchase collision insurance. Collision insurance comes in handy when you get into an accident to help pay for your vehicle's repair, and it covers any damage to your car due to potholes in the road. Neither insurance will cover medical bills from an accident or damage to another person's vehicle if you are in an accident. Some tip has given for comprehensive insurance when purchasing comprehensive coverage for any other type of car insurance. Be sure to compare the best car insurance companies to find the most affordable rates. Cost of comprehensive insurance. Comprehensive insurance covers damage to your car caused by accident and disaster beyond car accident. The average cost of comprehensive is approximately $134 per year. According to the Insurance Information Institute, however, insurance.com report the figure is $192 depending on the state you live in. Either way, you are looking at under $200 a month just a comprehensive insurance for your car. Collisions and comprehensive insurance each have their deductibles. Liability insurance has no deductible. So a driver can choose different deductibles based on purchase risk level in each of these areas. For example, if someone thinks they are not likely to file a comprehensive claim but they do not want to forgo comprehensive insurance, although they could choose a relatively high $1,000 deductible to lower the premiums. The higher a vehicle's cash value, the more expensive a comprehensive insurance policy will be. Understanding how insurance companies determine driver risk classes can help you estimate what you might pay for comprehensive coverage. Where you live, your driving record, and your coverage amount can determine how much you pay for a car insurance, including comprehensive coverage. For example, the most expensive state to insure a car is in Louisiana, where the average driver spends is $1,545 on full car insurance each year. The least expensive state by the comparison is North Dakota. Drivers pays just $686 per year on average to insure their vehicle. Advantage and disadvantage of comprehensive insurance. Comprehensive auto insurance protect you financially from theft, natural accident, and weather related damage. This insurance means you own end up paying out of pocket if a tree falls on your car or a thief takes off with it in the night. There are downside. If you are in an accident, comprehensive insurance won't pay for the damage. The comprehensive insurance may be expensive if you are purchasing it along with collisions insurance. If your vehicle is older and paid off, you could save money by not purchasing comprehensive coverage, especially if theft and weather related events are not concerned where you live. Pros: comprehensive coverage protect you against theft, weather related events, and other major things beyond your control. Comprehensive insurance coverage often cover unforeseen event like break-ins or broken windshield wiper due to hail. If you if you own a new car and live in a high crime area, comprehensive insurance will cover the damages caused by any break-ins or theft. Comprehensive insurance does not damage caused by a collision. If may not be necessary to have for an older car with high mileage. Comprehensive insurance does not cover anything personal stolen from your car. It does not cover damage due to potholes. Comprehensive insurance does not damage caused by an collision. It may not be necessary to have for an older car with high mileage. Example of comprehensive insurance works similar to any other type of auto insurance. If you need to file a claim, but if you are never had to do so, it helps to have an illustrations so you know what to expect. Here's an example of how comprehensive insurance works if a driver files a claim for vehicle damage. Say someone drive a Honda Accord worth $10,000 with a $1,000 comprehensive deductible. If a tornado destroys the car, the driver will receive $9,000 from the insurance company. If they won't have comprehensive coverage and a tornado destroys the vehicle, the collision and liability portions of the policy won't cover the damage. The driver will be responsible for the entire $10,000 loss. A driver might have to get a loan to purchase a replacement vehicle or settle for something less expensive if they won't have $10,000 to spend on a equivalent replacement. Seeing an example of comprehensive insurance in action can offer some perspective on how valuable it can be if your car is damaged. If you are leaning more toward the when to drop comprehensive insurance sides, it's helpful to know how much damages may cost you to repair out of pocket. The bottom line of if you have paid for your vehicle in full and you cannot afford comprehensive insurance, or you own an older automobile that doesn't have much value, you might feel that you are at low risk of non collision damage. In this case, you might choose to skip comprehensive insurance, or if you prefer to self insure, then you might also decide not to purchase comprehensive insurance. But remember that in this instance, foregoing comprehensive coverage means you could end up with a step repairs bill if your car is damaged. So, so weigh the cost of any potential repairs against what you might pay in terms of premium or deductibles to maintain comprehensive coverage. Compete risk free with $1 lakh in virtual cash. insurance. Introductions of insurance. Hmm. Compete risk free with $1 lakh in virtual case. Put your trading skills to the test with our free stock simulator. Compete with thousands of Investopedia traders and trade your way to the top. Submit trades in a virtual environment before you start risking your own money. Practice trading strategies so that when you are ready to enter the real market, you had the practice you need. Try our stock simultaneous today. Thank you so much guys for watching my video. I hope you understand about comprehensive insurance. Thank you so much for watching my video till end. And please subscribe my channel and don't forget to share my video and comment. নাই জানি না আমি কই আমি ভিডিও বানাই পরে কল করলাম so thank you so much guys for watching my video.